Rima Babo walked from Stepanakert to Shushi when the air in the liberated city was still filled with the smell of gunpowder. On the morning of May 9, 1992, after a good cry in her war-ravaged home in Shushi, she rolled up her sleeves. She tidied up her house, arranging whatever the war had spared. Guests came in the evening. It was a rainy day, just like today. Some 7 or 8 women from Stepanakert came by and said, "Rima, please let us stay with you." "You're welcome to stay," I told them, "but I've got no beds, no blankets, and no extra clothes." The women talked, cried, and laughed to their heart's content. Only the demands of the hungry kids could make them fall silent. The kids were hungry. I had a pot of yogurt, that pot right there, but we were afraid to touch the yogurt because we thought it might have been poisoned by the retreating Azeris. We could all die if we ate it, so we had to eat something else. I had 11 small potatoes. We boiled them in rainwater and ate them, all 11 of us. Each of us had 1 potato. Then came the turn of that suspicious-looking yogurt. We had been sitting around on the sofa since morning. About 8 people had come in the morning. They said, "Rima, we're dying of smoke inhalation. We need to drink something." So I took that yogurt, diluted it to make some tan, and had them drink it. Then everyone felt fine. That's how Rima Babo's house, and gradually Shushi itself, were filled with people again. Little by little, electricity and gas service were restored. Shushi was recovering. The community was coming back. Armenians who had fled during the war were returning. In the beginning, whenever we were out on the balcony, all we could see were empty homes. Now they're filled with people, and there are lights everywhere. In the wake of the war, Karabakh's electricity network lay in ruins. It was rebuilt gradually, with help from various sources. Sergei Kharatyan was the first to turn on a light in newly liberated Shushi by using a small, French-made power distribution equipment. An individual by the name of Alice had brought with her the equipment, which was donated by a French-Armenian benefactor. That machine provided electricity to a number of establishments. 2 years later, in 1994, Armenia Fund began to rebuild Karabakh's tattered electrical network in the name of the development of Armenia and Artsakh. With the support of diasporan benefactors, Armenia Fund rebuilt Shushi's power substation, constructed a 35-kilometer electrical transmission line between Shushi and Karmir Shuka, and built a substation in Karmir Shuka. The Shushi-Karmir Shuka electrical network provides 50% of Karabakh's power supply. Shushi provides power to the entire Martuni Region, the entire Hadrut Region, and the upper reaches of the Askeran Region. Everybody, everywhere, is contributing to Armenia Fund, and Armenia Fund is in turn helping our people. To Rima Babo, the beginning of peace was marked by that dinner of 11 potatoes boiled in rainwater. As for the war, it had started with a fight she had had with her daughter. Rima begged her girl not to take up arms, but her daughter would not relent. She gave no thought to the possibility of getting wounded or facing other kinds of trouble. "We either win or die." That's all she said. There was Gayan, Yevgenia, we used to call her Kukla, and myself. Then we were joined by Arega. Garine and the other girls were part of a detachment of freedom fighters. Many of her comrades in arms were killed in battle. Garine herself was gravely wounded. Her injuries have left her disabled. For 4 months, I sat by her, day and night, at the Yerevan State Hospital. Don't start crying. Those were terrible times. But thank God, she's still here with me. I'm so thankful to God. Here I am, sitting down with my cap covering my eyes. This girl was our sniper. That's why she was one of the first to be killed. I was a bit more inconspicuous. Many of the boys are no longer with us. This girl too was martyred. It's Margarit. She too was killed. Garine wishes the names of her comrades would not be lost in the shadow of those of our numerous fallen legends. She has regained her memory, which she had lost as a result of her injuries. She has relearned the Armenian alphabet and started to write her war memoirs.